back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So I'm doing things a little different today to my usual book unboxings, just because of the fact this book unboxing did come with a Snuggie. As you'll notice, I'm wearing it. From what I just found out tonight, it's basically a blanket with sleeves that you use. So I thought I would just basically wear that. You may be wondering where this book box is from, and this is the Dark Age Hangover Recovery Kit from Crate. So as you'll notice, we've got our Dark Age Hangover Recovery Kit box, and this is to do with the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. I've put a review up of the first book, but I'm going to read that again obviously before I come back to it. So I'm just going to do this a little differently to how I usually like to do it, just because I thought I would do this way just so that you could see sort of what the Snuggie looked like, because it was a bit awkward. I tried taking a photo, it still didn't look right. And so yeah, so I'm going to start with a book box here, and obviously you can see there's some stuff sitting in the top already. I did have a bit of a look at this earlier because my friend opened it. My parcel actually came damaged because it went to my friend's house and they didn't know what it was, so they opened it and then found it, and I've actually discovered my Snuggie thing was a bit damaged, so I've contacted Crate and hopefully they can help out with it because the post is damaged in transit. But yeah, so this is our spoiler card. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, "Amazing the power you have when you're bloody up to the sleeves and none of it is your own." So I guess that's like a take, basically talking about blood and stuff like that. And that is our spoiler card. So I'll put that down and quickly sit this down on my lap. It's quite heavy, so I'll hold up what I do show you as we do it. So first things first, I see our Severo plushie, which this is Severo Diabarco or something, I think it is, from the Red Rising series, and he's in his little wolf outfit. So it's quite cute. I do notice the head moves a bit, but I'm guessing it's just because of the size compared to the body. And he's quite cute. I'm quite happy to have him. So I'll definitely have him around whilst I'm doing that. I was kind of surprised it wasn't Darrow, but at the same time I'm happy to get Severo because I actually liked Severo's parts and how he was so different and out there compared to the other people in the Red Rising book. So obviously I haven't finished all the books in this series. I've read Red Rising, but obviously I intend on going back to Red Rising afterwards. But I did love Severo in that one, and Severo and Darrow, they seem to become fairly close friends no, they didn't become close friends fairly fast actually. Severo was the one who went out on his own and sort of got a bit of a wolf pack and skinned a wolf and all of that sort of stuff. And so it was I liked Severo because he was kind of unique and he went out there on his own and did his own thing and was himself, and then joined Darrow and the others. And so yeah, very happy to have a Severo plushie. Obviously the Red Rising, I think it's to do with like the red cast, I think it is, in the book. Obviously there's different casts in the book, like gold and red and pinks and all of those sorts of things. So yeah, it's awesome. I actually really like Severo, and he feels the materials that feel really nice. So I'm just sitting them on my chair beside me. Next thing I have is a power bank, Crate exclusive. I did check this out. I think it is more for Android phones because it wouldn't fit my phone, which is an iPhone. So I think if you wanted to use this one, you would have to basically get an adapter to make it work with the iPhone. but it's really awesome. It's got the same quote as our spoiler card, and it says, I'm just holding the cord in here, but it says, amazing the power you have when you're bloody up to the sleeves and none of it is your own. So it's basically the same quote. And yeah, so a very nice thing to have. I don't actually have a power bank, but I think if I want to use it, I am going to have to basically get an adapter for it so it'll work with my iPhone, not because obviously it doesn't fit because I tried it. It's kind of sad, but at the same time I was happy. Next thing we've got is a car coaster set. So I'll just quickly open these up a bit. Obviously I'll put all these away after. So the car coaster set has 2 car coasters. It says Omnis via lupus and shit escalates, basically. Which happens a lot in the Red Rising book, and I really do want to get back to the other books, but obviously I'm putting my review books first, so I'm not necessarily getting to all of my, shall we say, all of my own books, because I really want to keep my obligations to publishers, and I'm really happy to have it. I actually got good news today, and my publishing company is going to send me Serpent and Dove, which I was waiting on the Fairy Loot edition to come, and so I'm so happy because it's like, yay, now I get the chance to read it sooner, so I'm so excited. So thank you HarperCollins for that. The next thing we have is an iron-on patch, I think it is. It says, the Reaper has come, he's brought hell with him. So Darrow is also known as the Reaper because he uses the scythe, so it's like a Reaper, like death kind of thing. And Darrow used his scythe as the Reaper he was. So yeah, I actually quite like the way they've done the colours and stuff on there, because it's a mix of gold and red, because Darrow is gold, but he was a red originally and then changed to a gold. So very nice. So next thing I've got here, I'm just opening it up, is a keychain, and this is the Aries keychain. If you read Red Rising, you would know that Darrow was accepted into the house of Aries. I think this is meant to be based around the house Darrow was accepted in when he started his training as a gold. So very cute. It's kind of like a red unicorn, but it's meant to be like, at the same time, I think it's meant to symbolize like Aries and war and that sort of thing. So very nice to have. I guess I'll have to find something to use it on, because my current keychain is yeah, taken. It's basically just my name and that on it. Next thing we have, I'm not going to open this. It's a vehicular scent purification apparatus, so basically like one of the things you hang in your car. I don't actually have a car or own a car. I don't really have a use for this. I will say though, I do like all these items, but I kind of feel like there's a lot of, whilst there is good items in here, at the same time there's also, shall we say, a lot of smaller items that I probably would have rathered something slightly different, but at the same time I like them, so it's kind of like, well, I like them but I don't like them, but yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle with some items, and then other items I love, like this snuggy thing. It's really actually quite warm and snug, and I really do like it. But things like the vehicular scent or the car coasters, for me, I don't have a use for those, and I wish that something else had been included instead of the car coasters and the vehicular scent item, because obviously I'm not going to use those. So yeah, that's just my opinion on those, and I kind of feel like maybe something else could have been put in instead of those ones. Like, there is some really good items in here, but at the same time there's items that I sort of wish maybe something else had been included instead, like those vehicle things, because I don't have a vehicle. So yeah. Next thing that we have is a coin, and if I can get this open, yeah, I'm kind of having some issues with my wrist at the moment, with my right wrist. It kind of has periods where it gets weak and I just can't do stuff with it, and goes numb and tingly and all sorts of things. So fun times there. There you go, I think I found it. So I think this is metal, but it's basically like a coin. And on the back of it you've got Fake Crate established 2018, live 1,000 lives together. And I think it is metal. And then on the front you've got a coin to do with Child of Mars, and it's to do with the Red Rising world and obviously Dark Age and all the books in the Red Rising series. So I actually like that one, and it also came in a cute little pouch to store it in. I'm just taking them out of the plastic and then I'll put them back in, obviously, after I'm done. Next thing we have, and I haven't gotten up to this yet, so I'm not sure what this symbolises or anything yet. But we've actually got an enamel pin, which I really like. But as I said, I'm not up to this yet. So this says, sometimes little one, it's best if the world thinks you're a little mad. So I haven't gotten up to this yet, but it's really cute and I really, really like it. So I can't wait to see it. I'm hoping you'll be able to see these. I will include a picture at the end or a close-up of them on my desk so that you can see them closer anyway. So yeah, awesome to have these things, and I really do like them. But there is some things that it's like, maybe I would have preferred another item, but then for other people they probably like that item because other people probably have cars or stuff like that. But at the same time, I really do love my Snuggie, and I'm hoping Fake Crate can do something about the fact that the post damaged it and it came damaged and that. So I guess we'll see there. And I do love Severo as well, the power bank. I'm really happy to have it, but at the same time it's kind of not useful to me at the moment because obviously it's for Android and I've got iPhone, so if I want to use it I'm going to have to look at purchasing an adapter and stuff like that to be able to do it. So yeah, it's just something I've got to look into when I can, obviously. So yeah, I guess I'll work it out eventually anyway. So next thing we've got is some cards. So these are, I think, character cards. So it says Holiday It Nakamura, the soldier. Then it's got Ephraim Tai Horn, the thief. And I think it's got their quotes underneath, but I'll obviously, as I said, I'll show them in a close-up shortly. Then we've got Darrow of Lycos, the Reaper. Victra butchering it, or Barker, the Keeper. Lyra of Lagalos, I think that was his original wife, the Underdog. Then we got Lysander or Loon. I'm butchering that. It's AU. So, or I don't know exactly. No, not the deposed heir. And I've missed one, haven't I? Yep. Then we got Virginia or Augustus, the sovereign. So I don't know when she becomes a sovereign because I didn't get up to that bit, but Virginia, I think, becomes Darrow's girlfriend later on. And then we have Severo or Barker. I'm awful with that. And the Goblin. So this one is Severo here. So obviously I've taken the cards out, put the card to the back already, but yeah. Then next thing I have is Pierce Brown's signature and the author letter. So I got the book plus items crate, and so I think the author letter came with both boxes, but to get the signature you had to buy the book and box. And on the back of the letter card it says Omnis Via Lupus. So I think that's the House of Aries, what is it, code or quote or whatever it is. Next, these came I think only in the book plus items box, and these are stickers of Darrow as a red and Darrow as a gold with his Reaper's scythe. And I think these are made to put in the book if you want to, but I think I'm not going to put them in the book. I think I'm just going to keep them for something special, something different. And yeah, so I'm not sure which Darrow I kind of like. I kind of like both of them. So yeah, that's always nice to have. Next thing we have is, I think it's like a hanging banner kind of thing, and it says, "The sons of Aries want you. Break the chains. Join the rising. Rise." And it's got it didn't come with a little hanging thing on it, but it's got the fold over sleeve for you to put something in to hang it. And then last thing before the book, we've actually got a book sleeve, and this is a satin book sleeve, which I really like it. And I'm not sure who the characters are on this side, but I love it. And then we've also got Darrow here with his Reaper's scythe. I think we've got Severo here. I'm not sure who this fellow is, but yeah, I really like it. I did try it. It does fit the moderate sized book that we got in here, so I can get it out. So this is our book. So we got Dark Age, Red Rising novel by Pierce Brown. It does have a few marks, but apparently some of the books in Fake Rate actually had a lot of marks because I packed them too soon after printing, so I don't think mine is one of the ones that is damaged from the printing thing. At least I don't think so. Doesn't look like it, but you'll see it's about this thickness, so it's like a moderate thickness book compared to 300, 400 page books. This is about a 730 odd page book. And so this one will actually, if you look, if I can get it now while I'm standing up doing it, sitting doing this. I'm getting a little warm in my snuggie. So you'll notice that this does fit into this book sleeve, which is awesome. So it does fit like medium sized thickness books. However, you notice here I've also got my Goldsboro Dark Age book. So got difference between Goldsboro is just, it's obviously a UK edition by Hodder and Stoughton. It does have a little bit of fading on the end and H there, I'm guessing it's something to do with the printing. The Goldsboro came with signed pages and it sprayed edges, and it also came, if I can get it to show you, it came signed and numbered. And I obviously love my edition. This one has about the same amount of pages, but I think it's a thicker paper, and you'll notice it is a thicker book, but it won't fit in this sleeve, so it doesn't fit sort of the larger, fatter books that you sort of might find your 800 to 1000 page books like this one. But that's what's unusual, because if you pull it out, this one is 730 pages, but as you notice, if you compare them against each other, they're quite different in the thicknesses. But so the thickness of this one will fit it, but the thickness of this one won't. So it's interesting, but then I know this is roughly the thickness of like some of my 1000-page Brandon Sanderson books. You'll also notice the UK cover and this cover, there is a few spots that I notice a bit of marking on it. Apparently that was common with this one, with this book. But the UK one, I think Goldsboro was changed to more of a metallic gold exclusively, I'm not sure. But the covers are the same on the front, and that one's sliding. But then on the back, on the UK Goldsboro, it's got, he broke the chains, then broke the world. Whereas on our US copy, we've got praise for Pierce Browning's Red Rising series, and obviously some quotes based around Golden Sun, Morning Star, the other books in the series. So yeah, that's awesome. So there is some differences as to how big a book the book sleeve will fit. It seems to fit the size of the US Dark Age, but it doesn't fit the UK Dark Age. So I tried, and it was going to be a very tight fit if it did. So yeah, I'm hoping one day I'll get a book sleeve that'll fit the bigger, fatter books that I've got with 1000-odd pages and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to pause it there quickly, and then I'm going to lay these things out, and I'm going to bring it back and show you them laid out here. And yeah, then you can get a bit of a closer look at some of the items and that too. So I will be back momentarily. So just going to show you a few of the items up close. So you'll see our coasters here and our stickers that came with the book only option, and plus our signature. You'll see the Reaper has come and he's brought hell with him. Got our character cards and our book sleeve, so it's a satin book sleeve. Then we got our author letter and Severo, along with our Aries flag. Join the Aries flag. And we got our little pin here, and the car freshener, power bank, keyring, coin, the rest of the cards, and obviously our book. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. I know it's a little different to usual, but it was just the best way to show it. Show the Snuggie thing. Didn't put that in this image because it's too big. So yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye.